what have you seen that you are proud of for the last 30 days? Okay, forget 2023. That shit's in the past. We can't change it, right? What has made you proud from a business perspective, because you've been with me for 4 years? Not about me, about what is happening with the crew. And then what are you looking forward to in this month? Not the rest of the year, in this month.
I think the biggest thing that I would say I'm proud of is the attitude that everybody came with going into this year. Tyler, Jesse, Laura, Jazz, Simos, everybody on the team, especially the core salespeople, we got pretty beat up hard last year. Now, to the average person, what we ended up doing is still more in terms of an income perspective, more than the average person, which is why we're still extremely grateful, because the amount of hours and the amount of work that we put into these things allows for us to see those type of results. But in terms of what we've seen in previous years, it wasn't as good. So I think to a certain extent, we felt a little bit beat up knowing that even though we were doing better than what the average person did in our industry, we still felt beat up because it was less than what we've done the previous years. Now, going into 2024, everybody came with the right attitude, which is we're going to do 10 times better. We learned rather than got beat up. Like Tyler would say it all the time. Like, for us failing countlessly in 2023, what that did was it just made us more mentally tougher. Like it built thicker skin, because 2023 was by far the hardest year from a business perspective I've ever been through.
We got our ass whooped.
And I've been in this for now 5 years, so it's not that long.
Yeah, no, I can tell you, we got our ass whooped.
Yeah, but you have to remember, during my 5 years, 3 of those years were complete bull runs. Like, right. Everything was selling.
Yes.
Crypto was pumping.
Yes.
Anything I put my money into, it would 10x. And in 2020,
it was easy. It became easy.
It was easy. We worked hard, but it was pretty easy. And then, we got completely whooped in 2023. So then Tyler and I were just sitting down the other day. We were just talking about it. We were just like, bro, if this didn't happen now and it happened later, we probably would have been more distraught, because we were getting too spoiled. The market was very good. And because we went through that correction and things went the way it did, it made us stronger mentally, and it was better that it happened now rather than later.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that. I did go into the new year, at first, just for like this first hour, I couldn't even sleep. I was actually pissed off. I know. The contrast between me and you are a little bit different.
It's okay.
You're more mature in that sense.
Yeah.
But for the first hour, I was very upset. I'm like, bro, I could have done 10 times better. Even though I consistently work 12 hours a day for 6-7 days per week.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have taken that 12 to 14. There's that feeling behind it. But I just knew those were just lies that come from the negative part of the brain that I didn't need to feed myself. So then I quickly got over that, and then I did resort to gratitude. But for you, it seems like it's more gratitude than anything else. And that time difference, I'm finding that. You know
yeah,
but I
mean? You're also, how old are you now?
23.
Yeah, man, I'm 42. I'm fucking 2 years your senior. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
2 years, 20 years. Sorry.
I
wish it
know
was
you
2 years, bro. I look like, I think. That just takes some time. But I think you're doing the right thing, because you're hanging out with people who are already living like that even through osmosis. Yeah, it can happen in a conversation like this, but if it's almost like people who are watching right now too, right? Like, we'll probably inspire them, but if you don't continue it, then the rest of Friday afternoon's gonna happen, right? And then Saturday morning, and then you kind of get back into the same groove, which is not a good thing if you're living in negativity. What you really need to do, I think, from a foundational perspective, is fix that. You know, Gary Vee says something great that I'm going to steal from him. He says, don't worry about fixing the plumbing, fix the well. Right? Well, everybody always wants to fix the pipes, but something maybe, like, literally, it might be in the well, like where the water's coming from. And to translate that to what we're speaking about, it can't just be willy-nilly, like, yeah, okay, I'm going to be grateful today. Or, you know what, I'm going to listen to maybe a podcast today and get motivated. You know, motivation is something that is recommended daily.
Yeah.
Right? And so maybe you have to fix the well in terms of the foundation of who you're hanging out with, who are and what are you listening to on a daily basis. Like a small change, like while you're driving, man, is like listen to an audiobook.
Yeah.
Listen to a podcast. Like you might be doing that right now, right? Yeah. And not to say you should never listen to music or anything of that sort, but maybe like 5 days a week. Like that could change, you know, and slowly start to kind of move the needle.
If you found that video valuable and you want to watch the full discussion, click here for my podcast. If you want to watch more videos, click here.